Good afternoon. I'm learning a little bit now. Last year, they had the president goes first in the address, and now I know why when I follow speakers such as this. Let's give another round of applause for Dr. Carnes. And Leah, your address was great as well. I've been reading a little bit. I'm going off script here a little. Most people don't like that. But I've been reading about people who have really happy lives and what happened to them in college. And one of the things that they say is to learn how to tell a story is really important. And I think Dr. Carnes showed you that very well. Another one that's equally important is to find a mentor. And you have plenty right here in the room. So I think you're well prepared for a great 4 years. Allow me to also extend my welcome to all of you and your families as well. I'd like to also thank the faculty and student life and many other administrators who have joined us in their regalia here, and everyone who worked on campus to make this such a special day for you. And I certainly want to thank our student leaders as well, the orientation staff, the RAs, campus ministry interns, and so many others. I'm thrilled that you chose Bellarmine as the place to spend your next 4 years. I'm beginning my second year here myself, so you can consider me a sophomore. The hospitality and sense of family that I've experienced has been inspiring and heartwarming. Your own families may or may not be ready for this day, but while they have spent years preparing for this moment, your life and their life is about to change dramatically. But I want to reassure you and them that you will fully be embraced in a community here where you will be cared for and will be appreciated for your individual strengths. We look forward to learning more about each of you personally as individuals. For now, here are a few facts about the class of 2022. Just under 3/4 of you are from Kentucky, and the rest of you come from 22 states and 4 other countries. 67% of you will be living on campus, while 33% of you will be commuting. 14% of you are student athletes. 36% of you are first-generation college students, as I was too. Your average GPA is 3.56 in high school, so what an impressive record you have brought to Bellarmine. And your top major after nursing is undecided. That's actually a good thing. Recent studies have shown a positive correlation between students taking time to discern a path and towards their higher academic success. So don't be too stressed if you're one of those many students here today who doesn't exactly know where your studies will take you. I didn't either, but I loved college from day one and everything about it, and I certainly hope you do as well. You've already heard some great advice today, and that will continue through your orientation. So I'll keep my advice to three tips for you to consider. Tip 1, be your best self from today on. You're prepared to be an excellent student at Bellarmine, and you have the resources to succeed. That is why we chose you. First impressions are important. Make yours a good one. All of us experience some sense of anxiety when we leave the comforts of home to come to a new setting to learn and grow. Approach this experience as though you are visiting a new country. Learn about the culture. Seek the advice of your RA, your orientation leader, your academic advisor, the faculty members, your focus leader. Do not procrastinate, but rather engage fully in your studies. While you might imagine that our faculty spent just this summer preparing for these classes, in fact, most of them spent their entire lives preparing for this, to teach these classes. It's one of the greatest gifts of a liberal arts education. Our faculty have studied and researched their disciplines for years for your benefit. You deserve to get your money's worth out of this experience. Hard as you may try, you will not be able to replicate the opportunity that you have in front of you today. Tip number 2, break out of your comfort zone. Dare to get to know people different from you. Start today. Reach beyond your roommate or the people who are familiar. Sit next to a student who is alone, or reach out to someone new. This is a unique opportunity to find out who you are, to impact the community around you, and to learn from others. You can make your mark at Bellarmine, and we cannot wait to see the difference that you make. I want to speak to the commuter students here especially. Engage fully in all that the campus has to offer. Treat the campus as if you live here too, because this is your home as well. College and university campuses are places for debate and discourse. Bellarmine is the perfect place for these conversations. Please be respectful of one another. We can learn from different perspectives, but that begins with trusting one another and listening. And tip number 3, find your inner self. Bellarmine is Catholic in its mission and tradition, though it has always embraced all races and religions. Thomas Merton, a monk from the Abbey of Gethsemane, inspired the university, and I hope the Merton philosophy will inspire you as well. This is a very formative time in your lives, and we want you to engage fully in getting to know your inner self, your gifts, and your commitments. This journey begins in the midst of a divided and often impoverished world, and you will have many opportunities to learn about these and try to understand the complexities from an interdisciplinary perspective. We hope that this knowledge will inform and motivate you to respond to the injustices you encounter now and throughout your lifetime, as many of our alumni have. You know that this transformation of the heart will serve as an inspiration for the rest of your life. Trust me, we realize that you will make some mistakes, or even at times, close your eyes to the overwhelming challenges. Just remember, it's not how many times you fail or get knocked down that matters. What matters is that you get back up and learn from those experiences, inside and outside of the classroom. This will determine your resiliency, compassion, and your ability to lead and inspire others. We believe in you and the capacity that you have to impact the world in which we live. You have come to an institution that educates the whole person, body, mind, and spirit. And as we begin this journey, I want to share with you a prayer by the late Jesuit superior of the General Father Pedro Arrupe. Nothing is more practical than finding God, than falling in love in a quite absolute final way. What you are in love with, what seizes your imagination, will affect everything. It will decide what will get you out of bed in the morning, what you will do with your evenings, how you will spend your weekends, what you will read, who you know, what breaks your heart, and what amazes you with joy and gratitude. fall in love, stay in love, and it will decide everything. Welcome and thank you. In Veritatis Amore.